Everyone faces setbacks, but resilience is what turns failure into strength. Let's explore how to bounce back and thrive no matter what life throws at you. Life is a beautiful journey, but it is never a straight line. We all face moments that test us, moments that feel like the end of the road. You might be facing one right now. Maybe a project you poured your heart into didn't work out, or a relationship you cherished has ended, or a goal you were so close to achieving suddenly feels miles away. These moments are what we call setbacks, but I want to invite you to see them differently. What if these weren't roadblocks, but detours? What if they weren't punishments, but preparations? The most successful, fulfilled, and joyful people I have ever met. Successful, fulfilled, joyful. They have learned to see setbacks not as failures, but as fuel for their future success. They understand that resilience is not about avoiding the fall, it's about how you get back up. Think of your life like a story. The most compelling stories are never the ones where everything goes perfectly. When we experience a setback, our first instinct is often to either ignore the pain or to become completely consumed by it. We might distract ourselves with work, with entertainment, with other people's problems, or we might replay the painful event over and over in our minds, letting it define our present and our future. Both of these paths lead us away from healing and growth. The true first step in building resilience is to practice what monks have known for centuries: acknowledgement without attachment. This means allowing yourself to feel the disappointment, the sadness, the anger, the frustration. You must give yourself permission to be human and to feel what you feel without judgment. Think of your emotions like clouds passing in the sky. When a dark storm cloud appears, you don't pretend it isn't there. You also don't believe that the storm is the sky itself. You simply observe it, acknowledge its presence, and know that it will eventually pass. Your feelings are the same. Acknowledge the pain. Say to yourself, I'm feeling hurt right now, or I'm feeling disappointed, and that is okay. By naming the emotion and allowing it to be present, you take away its power to control you. Resilience is not a trait you are born with or without. It is a skill you can cultivate. It's a muscle that gets stronger with practice. Just as you go to the gym to strengthen your body, you must engage in specific practices to strengthen your mind. The monk's mindset teaches us that our inner world determines our outer experience. To build this inner fortitude, we must first become aware of our own thoughts and how they shape our reality. The first practical step is to develop a daily mindfulness or meditation practice. Even 5 minutes a day can make a world of difference. Simply sit in a quiet space, close your eyes, focus on your breath, notice the sensation of the air entering and leaving your body. When your mind wanders, as it inevitably will, gently guide it back to your breath without judgment. This simple act is a powerful workout for your resilience muscle. Each time you bring your attention back, you are training yourself to choose your focus. You're learning to detach from the endless stream of distracting or negative thoughts. Over time, this practice builds a calm, centered core within you. When a setback occurs, you will have this inner anchor to hold on to. Instead of being swept away by the storm of emotions and panicked thoughts, you will be able to return to your breath, find your center, respond with clarity and intention rather than reacting out of fear. The second step is to consciously practice what I call intentional discomfort. The story you tell yourself about your setback is more important than the setback itself. Two people can experience the exact same event. One is crushed, the other is energized. The only difference is perspective. This is a disaster. I've failed. I'll never recover. This is a challenge. This is a lesson. This is an opportunity to learn and come back stronger. Our internal narrative writes the script for our lives. Become the conscious author of that script. Catch the negative story as it arises. Notice the words you use. Always, never, I can't. Challenge the narrative. Ask powerful questions. Is this story 100% true? Could there be another way to look at this? What can I learn? Not toxic positivity, don't dismiss pain. Actively search for the empowering perspective. Find the sliver of light in the darkness. Instead of, I lost my job, my career is over, reframe, the path I was on has closed. Now I have the opportunity to find a career aligned with my true purpose and passion. Technique, zooming out. In the middle of a setback, it feels like your world is collapsing. This puts your problem into perspective. It doesn't eliminate pain, but it shrinks the problem's perceived size and power over you. We often look at successful people and, just assume their journey was a smooth upward climb, but the truth is their paths were paved with setbacks, failures, moments of profound doubt. Their success is not a testament to a life without problems. It's a testament to incredible resilience. Think of J.K. Rowling, a single mother on government assistance, manuscript rejected by 12 publishers, rejection after rejection. It would have been easy to give up, but she didn't. She believed in her story and persisted through the pain. That persistence changed her life and millions of readers. Another powerful example, Walt Disney. His first studio went bankrupt. He was fired for lacking imagination. Financial ruin and betrayals followed. Still, he used the rubble to build an empire. His story says failure doesn't define future potential. It's feedback. It's not just famous people, real stories. Though relatable, resilience is universal, available to anyone willing to get up one more time than they fall. They embodied kintsugi, repairing broken pottery with gold. They didn't hide their cracks, they lit them up. The repaired object is more beautiful and valuable for having been broken. Your life is the same. Your setbacks, scars and cracks make you unique, strong and beautiful. They are proof that you have lived, been tested and endured. Resilience is not built in a single moment of crisis. It is forged through small, consistent actions taken every single day. These daily rituals are like deposits into your mental and emotional bank account. When a major withdrawal is required by a setback, you will have the resources to handle it. One of the most powerful daily rituals is practicing gratitude. Every morning before you get out of bed or every evening before you go to sleep, take a moment to think of 3 specific things you are grateful for. Don't just list them, truly feel the gratitude in your heart. The warmth of your bed, a kind word from a friend, the taste of your morning coffee. This practice actively rewires your brain. We have a natural negativity bias, focusing on what's wrong, what's missing, what we fear. A daily gratitude practice counteracts this bias. It trains your brain to scan for the positive. When a setback occurs, this trained focus on the positive provides a crucial buffer. Another essential daily ritual is managing your inputs. Your mind is like a garden. Plant inspiration, knowledge, hope. Be intentional about what you allow into your mind each day. Listen to inspiring podcasts, read books, watch skill-building videos. Finally, incorporate positive self-talk. Write affirmations and repeat, I am capable, I am resilient, I can handle whatever comes my way. This isn't about ego. It's about building yourself up from the inside out. One of the greatest mindset shifts you can make on the path to success, stop seeing failure as an outcome. Start seeing it as feedback. The word failure is so heavy, so final. It feels like a judgment on our worth. But what if we replaced it with the word data? When a scientist's experiment doesn't produce the expected result, they don't call it a failure, they call it data. It's new information that guides a different approach. Your setbacks are your data. They are not a verdict on your abilities. They point to a better path, a more effective strategy, a deeper understanding of yourself. To turn failure into feedback, adopt a student's mindset after the storm calms. Approach with curiosity, not judgment. Ask, what exactly happened? What was my role? What was outside my control? What one thing could I have done differently? What's the single biggest lesson? Blame keeps you stuck in the past. Ownership empowers your future. Thomas Edison said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Each attempt was valuable data, bringing him closer to the right one. There is a myth that being resilient means being tough and handling everything on your own. This could not be further from the truth. True resilience is not about isolating yourself. It is about knowing when and how to lean on others. We are social beings wired for connection. Our relationships are not a luxury. They are a fundamental human need and one of our greatest sources of strength. When you are going through a difficult time, trying to carry the burden all by yourself is like trying to lift a boulder alone, but together it becomes manageable. Build your support system in good times. Listen actively, offer support, celebrate others, nurture respect, trust, and genuine care. Know who to go to for what. A listener, an action brainstormer, a mentor with relevant experience. Don't be afraid to ask for what you need. I just need someone to listen, or can we brainstorm together? Seeking professional support is strength. No shame in asking for help. A single stick breaks, a bundle is strong. Your support system is your bundle. Nurture it, lean on it. At some point on your journey of resilience, a beautiful transformation occurs. The pain you have endured, the lessons you have learned, the strength you have built cease to be just your story. They become a source of light and hope for others walking a similar path. Your greatest mess can become your most powerful message. Sharing your story helps others and solidifies your own healing. Often, those who impacted you most were open and vulnerable about their struggles. Sharing transforms personal pain into collective wisdom to serve others and ease their suffering even in small ways. One person shares, inspiring another to keep going, who then inspires someone else. This creates a ripple of resilience. Your mess, your struggle, your setback are not the end. They are the beginning of a message that can change the world, one person at a time. We have walked together on this path, exploring how to turn setbacks into fuel for success. Now, the journey is yours to continue. Trust the process, trust your journey, and most importantly, trust yourself. You have everything you need to rise. Your story is powerful. Your journey matters. Thanks for watching. If this message on resilience inspired you, please like, subscribe, and share. Comment below with a challenge you've overcome. Your story might give someone hope. Don't let setbacks define you. Let them refine you.